made no sense as to why that was a decision. None. Yeah, the underground city. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Why is there underground city here? I don't know. They don't explain much of it. It's just here. We probably gotten some more lore of it if we were playing the iOS version or Switch version, but, you know, fuck me. I'm sorry, but even the way you get to the boss is different from iOS. Isn't it? Or is it the same? Do we start going down left and right? Okay, no, it's the same as the iOS version. I'm so pissed. I'm really pissed off. This really upset me. Terrible decision. Terrible, terrible, terrible decision. Okay, there was more in the iOS version of stairs. Okay, what guns do we have? Switch this for the shotgun. Alright. We're facing the boss, everybody. What? No, I don't want this one. Yeah, that one. Alright. Final fight incoming. Alright. Ouch. Okay, I got hit from it when I'm not even in sight. That's cool. I'm not even happy to fight this boss because of that bullshit. It's such a fucking kick in the rear to have cut content because you don't have a console, or an iOS. Oh, fuck you. What? I'm not even in the line of sight, dude. Fuck my ass. Oh my fucking bullshit. Okay. Oh my god. Fucking hell. Motherfucker. This is such a cheesed boss. Oh, fucking fuck my ass. Fuck you, cocksucker. I can't heal. Where the fuck is this guy come from and why is he following me? I don't remember this. Oh, wait, I remember this now. Goodbye, Doge. Man. All in all, even though I am pissed about what happened, about the iOS and Switch thing, I have to admit this is still an amazing game. Combat was very tight, even though I do feel like the what do you ever want to call it, the dash button was a little bit wacky at times, especially when it came to me being near edges and holes. Otherwise, though, story-wise, very minimalistic, not a lot to be said, but visuals were amazing. Scaling was fantastic. Music, sometimes mediocre, sometimes really good. Overall, just a very, 9 out of 10 game. Not 10 out of 10. Those are saved for the top of the best, the top of the line, the best of the best. But a very 9 out of 10 game. Very high up there, in my opinion. Very underrated game. Not a lot of people got to play it because it didn't get any trailers. I feel like if it did, there would have been definitely a lot more people to play. There is a cult following, from what I know. There is a cult, I shouldn't say cult. There is a fan following. I was never a part of the fan following. I've never been one to follow groups of fan video games. I am a very big fan of Shadow of the Colossus, Sekiro, I guess you could call it. Undertale, I like somewhat. I am playing it on the second channel. Even though I am a fan of those games, and I do try and find out what the lore is by myself or by watching other people and their theories upon it, I never join groups. It's never been my thing. I've always been one to just love a game, or a series, or even a thing entirely. I like anime, but I've never been one to follow groups. I've never been known to be a part of a group. I do have people that I know who like anime, but I'm friends with them because of other reasons, not because they like anime. Same thing goes with games. I know people who like certain games that I like, but I'm not with them because of the games. I'm with them because I like the person. I've never been one to join groups for those sorts of reasons. Though, I do love this game. to bits. It was a very... I don't like to say this because it kind of makes me feel like I'm being 14 and this is deep, but during a time where I had a lot of shit going down upon me, like I had a lot of shit being forced upon me, I had a lot of shit basically in my life that was keeping me down, this was a game that kind of made me feel like my creativeness, because I love to draw and stuff like that. I'm trying to learn digital art. You guys can tell I'm not the greatest by my caricature. It's not obviously fantastic, but I am learning. I'm more of a physical pencil and paper kind of guy. But I love to draw. I love to do art and all that stuff. But during that time, I was feeling very down, and I kind of just skipped out on drawing for about like 3 years, and I just never did anything. After playing this game and seeing the art direction and everything, the musical composition, like just the amount of love that went into this game made me start doing art again. It made me realize that there is stuff you can look forward to. You can make at least some of your dreams, not all of them, but some of them come true as long as you push for it. I guess this is all the YouTubers that have played this, like Yo-Yo Games. Is that a YouTuber? I'm not sure. Man, though, this was a journey. Both the second time I played it and the first time. Apparently, there's a 2-player mode, like an MVP, like 2 people can play the game at once. I'm not sure if it's story related or if it's just like arena. I may revisit this game and play it with Michael or somebody else in my group. I don't know who. We'll see if there's a time for it. Probably not. But man, this was an experience. I do feel like, I'm gonna get into some of the bad points about this game, that some things could have been fixed, like... Secrets was definitely a big no-no in this game. Where it was trying to teach you that the sigils on the ground were the ways to find secrets, in the last area, they just completely scrapped that idea and just made you try and look for secrets out of the fucking... Like, pull secrets out of your Yahoo from out of nowhere and try and find it on your own without the sigils, which I found was very poorly designed. You didn't know half the time what was a secret or what was you just falling off a ledge, so it made you lose a lot of health, and then in the long run, it made you like run into areas where you couldn't pass through because you didn't have enough health to do so. Very poor design. The fact that I couldn't add health to my health bar, unlike the iOS version, was very upsetting to me. Like, that was just a stupid idea. I don't know why that was a thing. Again, my other issues were the fact that there's stuff on the iOS and Switch and not on the console version, which is, from what I know, the console version is more expensive than iOS. I'm not sure if the Switch is more expensive or not. That's for me to find out. But overall, I just feel kind of ripped off, in a way. Man, there's a lot of Alexes. What the fuck? Why is there so many Alexes? Holy shit! Alex Williams, Alex Young, Alex Zamora, Alex Guy Alex. What? Alex Ankle, Alexander, Alexander Sirius, Kameremer. Alexander Mark, Alexander Mimi, Alexander Mullengaronden, Alex Bogu, Alexis Crew. What is happening? Why is there so many Alexes? Now we're on to Allens. Okay, you know, fucking hell, man. Man, though, that was an experience. Again, I'm a little upset. I wish we could have expanded upon the story with the iOS stuff that happened on. I'm obviously add in the other guy's YouTube channel and like show that portion of the fight. There's a lot of stuff you miss from it though. Like again, there's a secret scene where you find your dark self and all that sort of stuff, and that expands upon the lore and such. That wasn't shown upon in this game, and I kind of feel upset about it because that was like a very big thing that made you go like, "Whoa, there's more to this than just villain and good guy." It seems to me though that there's a bunch of these giant robot things were once guardians at one point, but in the very first scene it shows like their fall from like guardians to monsters, and that there was a big war afterwards when they changed to fighting like the civilians. And once that, I believe that's because they got contaminated with something like this black substance that our character carries. And as it goes on, like, you become corrupted, just like how all the bosses and enemies were. I'm pretty sure those were once humans who got corrupted. And our character is someone who ends up getting corrupted as well, just like the other guy does. The other knight that we met along the way. I wouldn't say knight because he's not a knight, he's just a traveler. But I guess it's selective in who it chooses. It could either kill you or take you as a host. It seems to me like that's what that does, because the frog that we fought at the very beginning, or it could be tortoise, I don't know. It's one of its eyes was completely fucked up due to this, whatever this stuff is. And that was the one that showed like the most signs of like, holy shit, what the hell happened? So I don't know. Really weird. I don't know what that little guy was doing at the end though. Was he as like a second choice that if I didn't make it in time, he would kill me, and it would be a bad ending? Like, I don't understand. What was that little guy doing there? It seems to us though that our character in the end kind of died in the underground city that looked very similar to the overground. And then in the end credit scene, once like he was in like this very like water area, like this was heaven, sort of to say, or like the afterlife. And it was to show like that slash in the mark that means that he died in the real world, because he didn't die that, or he just died off screen. I don't know. It could mean a bunch of things. There is a video that I'm going to be checking after we're done with the credits here to like sort of say that tells us more about the lore, and I'll give my like theories upon that, and like I debunk some of the things that the other guy has to say. You can go check out his channel. I'll probably link it in the description, because I'm not gonna watch it on camera. But holy shit, we're only in the B section. How much is there of this? Holy shit, this is a lot of credits. Okay, I'm sorry, we have to skip through this because this is long ass credits. Like, there are probably people in here who are like very important to it all, and I thank you all so much. I'm not sitting through like an hour's worth of credits. Like, I'm sorry, dude. We're only at K. It's not even halfway through the alphabet. M. Still at M. We're at N now. We're at O. We're at P. Okay, we are R. So mean we passed Q. R, S. T. U, V, W. Okay, let's go slow now. Well, actually, we have W, X. Yeah, okay. Y. Okay. And now we're back at the main logo. Alright. I'll be back in a couple of seconds to let you know what my thoughts are on the lore of it all. Stay tuned. Local contents.
Drifters in this world are the collectors of forgotten knowledge, lost technologies, and broken histories, and we see several of them, although only 2 are still alive: the Pink Drifter and our central town drunk. This means it is a job or a nomadic culture rather than something unique to our Drifter, and it's likely what he spent his life doing before the events of the game. Anubis and Judgment, still intertwined and at war over control of their power,
Okay, so my
seek only
theory
to
about
destroy
him
the
being
other to regain their full
part of the
strength.
Northern Tribe was wrong.
Being unable to do this herself, Anubis seeks the help of drifters, who she guides to the immortal cell using visions. And this is what begins the story of Hyperlight Drifter. The opening starts with Anubis touching the mind of the drifter to show a vision of how the world used to be and the history of what has happened so far, including the piles of bodies from the Titan Wars. Judgment uses the opportunity of Anubis contacting her new champion to inflict a terminal illness on them, knowing that if they survive to destroy the cell, then Judgment will be destroyed along with it. This is when the Drifter is first afflicted with the crippling sickness he fights throughout the game, manifesting as a vision of Judgment's black form. As Anubis continues to show the Drifter the origins of the perfect cell, Judgment uses his manifestation to cloud his mind to try and prevent him learning anything about the cell that could help him find it, which causes him to pass out and reawaken on a shoreline near the central city. After getting a first glimpse of the city, the Drifter is again overcome by Judgment's illness and is rescued by the Pink Drifter. Also a champion of Anubis, the Pink Drifter has been afflicted with the illness too, and has already watched his family die to the disease. He has also saved several others from similar situations, including the central town vendor who was ambushed by the machines in the Southern factory while searching for goods to sell. The Pink Drifter lets you rest in his house, and as you recover gifts the Drifter with a map of the area, instructing him to collect modules in order to gain access to the Immortal Cell's chambers. Our Drifter meets up with Pink a few more times throughout his travels, and he helps by telling us the location of the nearby modules he's found. Being much further along in Judgment's disease, it's possible that he no longer thinks he has the strength to get to them himself, so he passes the quest on to the Drifter, before eventually perishing like the other Drifters before him.
Yeah, I did.
After activating the final module, our Drifter returns to the city and descends into the Perfect Cell's chambers. After a climactic final battle with Judgment, either a mental or physical form, he manages to plunge his sword into the cell, shattering it and destroying Judgment for good. The Drifter is now too weak to carry on, and the player realises that breaking the cell has not cured him. Anubis reappears and leads the Drifter outside. It's possible that she was the one keeping him alive against a force that should have killed him long ago, and that, as her power was destroyed along with the cell, she can no longer stop him from dying. As the Drifter lays to rest against what he thinks is the shoreline from the beginning of the game, Anubis watches him pass on. We see several pieces of imagery implying Anubis' departure from the world, including the shattering of the emblem representing the Perfect Cell's creation, and the dissolving of the crown-like wellspring that always hovered over the kingdom.
That's what I thought.
It's not clear if this represents her permanent death from the world or just the beginning of a rebirth cycle, as the survivors of each race start again without the corrupting influence of Judgment. But before she departs, she grants the Drifter a final vision of an open ocean in the world above, letting the Drifter die in the land he saved rather than the reality of the crumbling cavern that his body will be buried in.
Yeah. Man.
Thanks for watching my interpretation of Hyperlight Drifter. Please tell me any alternate theories you have, and I hope you enjoyed the video.
I mean, again, my theory about him probably being part of the Northern Tribe does kind of still stand, because he does end up making it there. You could return from the Northern Tribe by a secret passage. So maybe, okay, sorry about that. Maybe when I end up uploading this game onto my YouTube channel, I'll ask the guy about this, because everything was 5 years ago, though, so I don't even know if he'll reply to me. But yeah, no, most of my theories were correct on it being. I didn't know that there was like actual. How should I say? Like there was actual translations to it all. I probably should have guessed that much, but whatever. I didn't. I knew that there was multiple like drifters and stuff like that because obviously the pink guy was part of it. I didn't know the bumbling fool though in the village was a drifter though. That was surprising. I kind of got that you were like selected. That was pretty apparent in the storyline, and I did know that in the end when you died, it wasn't actually the very beginning because of the way he got there. In the very beginning, there was no way to get from the northern side unless you took like the sort of northern eastern route that came from the northern tribe through a secret route, which makes me believe makes me believe that his theory is obviously correct, not mostly. A lot of the theories I had on the game were correct. I didn't know there was still other stuff that I didn't know about. Anubis does make sense. I thought it was a like a wolf or like a dog, not a jackal. A jackal does make more sense now that I think about it. Most of the stuff that I seen was pretty apparent. I already kind of got most of that throughout the storyline. Again, I still think that the theory of him coming from the northern tribe does make a little sense, and hence why that's the first like boss you should take on in the game. Even though you're able to take on like any of the three sides in the very beginning you want, the northern side is the first boss, and that would make a lot of sense if he did come from the northern tribe, because obviously he would want to go back there as soon as possible and save the tribe, I guess, or whatever, the colony. Maybe he isn't like part of the bird tribe, but maybe he lived there with them and he knew a lot of the people there. I don't know. It makes a little more sense to me, and hence why the one like house that you're able to go into with the 10 keys, or was it 8 keys? I can't remember. 10 that you're able to go into has like clothing that's similar to your original getup. And I know all the clothing looks the same, but what I mean by that is that the little guy that hangs around you and like floats around you basically looks pretty much the exact same as the guy you get at the very beginning, just with like the added extra little bit piece that's attached to it. They look pretty much identical, just reversed imaged. So it would make sense that that would be his house most likely, or like a house in that little area would be one of his. And maybe like the guy who was in that house that he was able to go into could have been like a family member or something. I don't know. That's just a theory I have. Once I get to like editing this and I upload this, I actually want to contact the guy through the comment sections if he does ever respond. Probably won't happen. Maybe though, we'll see. I would like to actually do ask him about this theory and if it would make any sense in the long grand scheme of things, because that is actually very unique, I should say. Well, that's just my extra input theory on his video. Again, check out that guy's channel as well. I'll link that in the description for you guys. And yeah, that's the end of this video and also the end of this series. If there are people that ever ask me to do like extra bonus content like the arena that I did a couple of episodes ago, or the what's it called? The time-based thing where we could do like boss rush. There's the boss rush we could also do. If anybody wants me to do that, I would be willing to do those, but that's only going to be on the second channel if anybody asks for it. Otherwise, I just don't care, and this would be the end of the series. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed as much as I did. I was a little pissed near the ends for the fact of the iOS and Switch thing, but overall, I loved this game to death. I thought it was amazing. And yeah, it's pretty much just 2D Dark Souls. I was right at the very beginning. Um, yeah, so I hope you all enjoy it. I'll catch you in the new series. I may be doing Inside. I'm not sure though. I don't know what to play next because I don't have exactly the best PC. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So see you on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.